Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. We're standing at a pivotal point in the Philadelphia Eagles' journey. The 2025 NFL season is just around the corner, and the stakes couldn't be higher. After that incredible Super Bowl victory, which was a historic moment for the franchise, the Eagles are now officially in a different position. They've gone from being the hunters to the hunted. That's right, every team is gunning for them now. And with that shift, the pressure on the roster, the coaching staff, and the front office has skyrocketed. The margin for error is razor-thin. Every dollar spent, every player kept or cut has to be justified. This isn't just about talent on paper, it's about results, consistency, and the ability to adapt under the immense weight of expectations. The Eagles' roster for this offseason, officially at 90 players, is a mix of proven veterans, emerging young talent, and some intriguing depth pieces. But let's be honest, no matter how talented a roster looks on paper, only 53 players will make it to Week 1. And some of those cuts might come as a surprise, even to the most loyal fans. It's the cruel reality of the NFL, especially for a team trying to defend its crown and stay at the top of the division. The NFC East is brutal, competitive, and full of teams hungry to knock Philadelphia off their pedestal. So the Eagles are making some tough choices now, even in the early stages of training camp and minicamp, because the final roster decisions will be the difference between going for a repeat or falling short. But let's talk about what's happened since that Super Bowl victory. The Eagles, after winning it all in 2017, have been building a team that's not just good enough but championship caliber. The 2024 offseason was a testament to that, with some significant moves, both in free agency and the draft. They lost some key contributors like Josh Sweat, Darius Slay Jr., Milton Williams, Mekhi Becton, and CJ Gardner-Johnson. These are players who contributed heavily to their Super Bowl run, and losing them leaves a noticeable void. Yet the front office, led by GM Howie Roseman, did what it does best, reloaded. They brought in new talent like Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uch, who offered depth on the outside. A.J. Dillon was brought in to provide a powerful backup for Saquon Barkley, and they even re-signed Zach Bond, who had a breakout year. But it's not just about signing new players, it's about integrating them into a system that's already championship-worthy. And let's not forget about the rookie class, which is shaping up to be quite promising. Among the new names, Jihad Campbell, a linebacker out of Alabama, stands out. He struggled with injuries in college, which caused his slide in the draft, but his upside is undeniable. Pairing him with Zach Bond could give the Eagles a formidable linebacker duo for years to come. Then there's Ty Robinson, a rookie interior pass rusher with a lot of potential to grow and carve out a role behind Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. These young players are crucial. They're the future, but they also need to prove themselves quickly as the Eagles aim to defend their title. Now in the NFL, especially for a team like the Eagles, success isn't just about what you add, it's about what you cut. The roster is a delicate balance of talent, cap space, and strategic planning. And here's where the story gets really interesting. There are players on the roster who might not make it past the initial cuts after minicamp. I want to highlight two of them today, because their situations are quite telling of the team's current direction and the tough choices the Eagles front office has to make. First up, Bryce Huff. A year ago, the Eagles thought they had hit the jackpot with Huff after his breakout season with the Jets, where he racked up 10 sacks. That performance made him a perfect fit for Philly's aggressive pass rush, and fans were excited about his addition. But fast forward to 2024, and things didn't go as planned. Huff's production dropped significantly, just 2 sacks, and more disturbingly, he seemed to disappear for stretches during games. For a player earning around $17 million a year, that kind of inconsistency is unacceptable. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially considering the investment. The Eagles brought in Uch and Ojulari to bolster the edge rush, And they drafted Antoine Powell-Ryland, a promising rookie with speed and explosiveness. These additions are younger, faster, and potentially more disruptive than Huff, which makes his future in Philadelphia uncertain. Cutting Huff wouldn't be simple, though. The financial implications are staggering, an eye-watering $3 million in dead cap space if they release him outright. But in the NFL, results matter more than contracts. If Huff can't stand out during minicamp and preseason, GM Howie Roseman might explore a trade, even if it means taking a loss. And if no team bites, a post-June 1 designation could soften the blow, giving the Eagles some flexibility in cap space for season-long moves. It's a classic front office chess match, balancing cap management with team competitiveness. The second player on the chopping block I want to discuss is Jahan Dotson. A talented receiver from Penn State, Dotson showed flashes when he was given opportunities, but in Philadelphia's high-powered offense, he's become somewhat of a luxury the team can't afford anymore. With A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith firmly entrenched as the WR1 and WR2, Dotson's role has been limited, and his production has been modest at best. After 2 seasons with inconsistent usage, he's dangerously close to being replaced by younger, cheaper options like Johnny Wilson and Aeneas Smith, who are rising in the depth chart. The Eagles are clearly reshaping their receiving core to maximize value, building around their star duo, and giving more opportunities to emerging talents. This is a smart move financially, too. Cutting Dotson before Week 1 would save about $2.5 million in cap space, which is valuable as Philly looks to keep flexibility for in-season moves or extensions. This strategy reflects a broader philosophy for the Eagles, winning now but also planning for the future. They are in a unique position as a team coming off a Super Bowl, trying to sustain success without overextending financially or losing sight of long-term growth. The roster decisions they make in the coming weeks, especially during training camp and preseason, will be critical. Players like Huff and Dotson, who once seemed promising, now face the reality that their NFL careers with Philly might be short-lived if they don't prove their worth. The Eagles are not afraid to make tough calls if it means staying competitive and maintaining their championship window. And here's the thing, this process isn't just about cutting players. It's about creating a cohesive, competitive roster that can adapt to the challenges of an NFL season. The Eagles have shown time and again that they're a franchise that's willing to do what it takes to sustain excellence. From their innovative draft picks to strategic free agent signings, every move is calculated. But it's also about timing, knowing when to say goodbye to a player who no longer fits the system or whose results don't match their contract. Minicamp and upcoming training camp will be the final testing grounds for Huff, Dotson, and others on the bubble. If they don't showcase the consistency, explosiveness, or leadership the Eagles need, don't be surprised if the team makes some bold moves. It's all part of the game, a game of attrition, strategy, and relentless pursuit of greatness. The Eagles are chasing back-to-back titles, and they're not going to let complacency or sentimentality get in the way of their ultimate goal. They know that in the NFL, the only thing that matters is results, and sometimes that means making unpopular decisions to keep the team moving forward. Looking ahead, the Philadelphia Eagles' journey to defend their Super Bowl crown will be filled with challenges, tough choices, and moments of truth. The roster decisions they face now, especially regarding Huff and Dotson, are just the beginning of what promises to be an intense, high-stakes season. Fans should be prepared for surprises, because in the NFL, nothing is set in stone until the final whistle. The Eagles are aiming to stay at the pinnacle of the league, and every move they make in the coming weeks will reflect that ambition. So, Eagles fans, keep your eyes peeled. The next few weeks are critical. Will Huff find a new team? Will Dotson's time in Philly come to an end? Or will both prove their worth and turn these doubts into new opportunities? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure. You can count on the Philadelphia Eagles to be in the headlines, making bold moves, and fighting tooth and nail for another Super Bowl run. The road ahead isn't easy, but if history has taught us anything, it's that Philly never backs down from a fight. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these roster decisions? Do you think Huff will find a new home, or will he stick around and prove the doubters wrong? And what about Jahan Dotson? Is he destined to be a casualty of Philly's roster reshaping? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. We love engaging with you and hearing your insights. Remember, this season is just getting started, and the story is still being written. So stay tuned, because I'll be back very soon with more updates, analysis, and in-depth coverage of everything happening with the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a team that's always in flux, always pushing forward, always fighting for excellence, and we're here to bring you every step of that journey. Thanks for watching, Eagles fans. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's gear up for what promises to be another unforgettable season in the city of brotherly love.